Australians, they love a big car.
It used to be all about big sedans. Now, it's all about big SUVs and even bigger utes. But what if there was a TARDIS-like compact car? Small on the outside, big on the inside, cheap to run, but full of clever features.
Well, this is it. We're driving it. The Nissan DAYZ.
I thought it's DAYZ.
Oh, I'm going with Daisy.
Oh, because of the rapper.
Of course.
The interesting thing about the DAYZ is they sell so many of them. So since this car went on sale in 2013, they've sold 430,000 of these.
Absolutely incredible, isn't it?
A third of all the cars Japanese buyers buy are K cars.
So what is a K car? Well, basically a ride-on lawnmower. No, only kidding. It's the smallest vehicle legally permitted on the Japanese freeway system.
How good is this? This little fella is so easy to park.
It is literally an empty car park, Finn.
Have a look at this. This is probably the smallest engine bay I've ever seen. This 660 cc's in capacity. I've ridden motorcycles with bigger engines than this.
And it's not just the little Nissan swept capacity. This tiny little 3-cylinder also contains a turbocharger and some hybrid gubbins.
Inside, the innovation continues. You've got a nice sized touchscreen here, which looks massive because the car's tiny. And I really like what they've done with the touch sensitive heating and cooling controls here. Really classy.
And it's practical too. There's a bench seat here-ish, and then there's loads of really cute little cubby holes here. There's just literally so much space to package and hide things away. It's unprecedented on such a small car. Look at that, that's great.
And check out the interior. You'd think it would be compromised back here, but there is so much headroom. There's loads of legroom. But it gets better. Watch this. There is more room here than a giant limousine. It is ridiculous.
The tiny Nissan may not have the driving appeal of a Ford Mustang, but its compact dimensions and upright windows make it ideal for places like Tokyo.
Oh, I love the turning circle in this car. Steering, so light. It just is such an easy car to flick down little alleyways and maneuver around tight situations.
Yeah, and I think we've got a bit of an elevated driving position as well, which kind of helps as well as somebody tries to cut us off. This is what happens when you drive around Tokyo.
Question is, would Aussie buyers accept a tiny 660cc turbo engine? It's time to give the little Nissan a proper test.
All right, let's go do some street racing. Go, little fella, go, 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 go. Foot to the floor, come on. Oh, it sounds so good, doesn't it?
The compact engine fares better at low speeds, especially in stop-start traffic, and is quiet and relatively smooth at pedestrian speeds. But above 80 kilometres an hour, the K car struggles. Sure, it'll do 130 kilometres an hour, eventually, but getting there takes eons. But it's not just the powertrain that will put off Aussie customers used to vibrant performance.
Which brings us to safety, John. I'm concerned here. These are not the safest vehicles going around, right? They're built to a budget.
They are, and it's unlikely this would get the full 5 stars for Australian NCAP. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem. So let's go through what you like. You kind of like the performance, it's punchy enough in town.
Sure.
CVT you can give and take, but it's smooth enough around here.
Yep.
Plenty of in-car tech.
Yes.
Nice driving position, lots of space. What don't you like?
Well, obviously there's a question mark over safety, and the looks are going to be polarising too, but that is subjective. For me, I actually don't mind it. The tall body, it looks like a kind of micro van.
Yep, there's a lot to like about this box on wheels, but I reckon it'd be a tough sell in Australia. Sure, it's a great urban warrior that runs on the whiff of an oily rag, but Aussies love big cars, and I don't reckon this is ever gonna change.